fight week. Jamaine Ortiz, Teofimo Lopez. What you think about the matchup? It's in
I mean,
Vegas.
it's one of the best unspoken matchups in boxing. We didn't see the fight coming. Jamaine Ortiz was hoping that he got the Shakur fight, and Tio, I could see him just being in there with anybody because he on that level. But when you think about it, Jamaine Ortiz, he on that level too. So it's a great fight, great matchup. I think they both hungry. They both been showing that they really want to go out there and do their thing. I don't think Tio is 100% focused on Jamaine, but I think Jamaine is 100% focused on Tio for sure.
Mm. Talk to me. They call it what, the Heisman? No, it's not the Heisman night. It's the Showman night, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's how they're promoting it. Is it a 50-50 in your eyes?
It is a 50-50 because both guys have shown us like they are possible of falling short. You know what I mean? If they thrown off mentally. But both guys can step up to the plate when they at their best. And Jermaine Ortiz know this is an opportunity for him to call himself one of the best to call himself one of the best in the business. So it's not gonna be an easy fight for either guy. It's gonna be a great fight.
I know you had Bill Haney on your show. I had just recently had him on mine. He's helping Jermaine Ortiz little times while Jermaine's in Vegas.
Yeah.
Uh, obviously they're both Muslim brothers. Um, do you think that's a nice game plan as far as a coach is concerned to kind of like go into a camp knowing that they're in the same division and maybe if you get the job done, I look like I'm gonna go see you.
Yeah, it's one of the best. It's one of the best fill outs you can get because you're getting to study two animals at one time, and you're getting to study a guy that could possibly be an opponent at the same time helping them out, beating a guy you might end up fighting. So you know what I mean. It was a smart move on Bill Haney. You know what I'm saying. But at the same time, it could be a smart move for Jermaine Ortiz too, because he get to learn. But you know what I mean. For me, I wouldn't have let him. I wouldn't have let him in camp. No.
Mm. So tell me, who you got winning that fight? You got a prediction?
Teofimo is the favorite. He's more explosive. Um, he more unpredictable. He do shit sometimes. You be like, why he do that? But then next thing you know, you got a knockout on your hands. Jermaine Ortiz is he by the book. Even though he turns southpaw sometimes, you know what I mean. But everything he do is by the book. You know what I mean. Pretty good defense, but we just never seen him up against a guy like this. The reason I'm saying that is because you got a guy with speed and power. You know what I mean, we seen him up against Lomachenko, who's a great test mentally, but he not the chances of him just knocking you out with one shot, nah. But Teofimo is the type of guy that can knock you out with one shot. So that's why it's a great fight. At the same time, Jermaine Ortiz is not a pushover at all. You can't overlook him. I don't care how you feel about him, what you think about him. You can't overlook him because he know how to step up, and that's what's making this a great fight. It's just a great fight for boxing all the way around.
Right, right, right. Potential fight of the year candidate. Outspoke. Is that too early to speak? Obviously, it's the beginning of the year.
I mean, you just never know. It's been times where it was two matchups between two guys we didn't know, and we didn't think they would be the fight of the year. It's happened in history. So these are two guys that we do know. You know what I mean? And it is a great matchup. It could happen. It could definitely happen in the ring.
So, in your eyes, with that matchup, you give Teofimo the edge just off of what?
I give him a slight edge just off of his pedigree. You know what I mean? He know what it like to be. He know what it's like to be champion. He know what it's like to lose. He champion now. You know what I'm saying?
And those
So
championship rounds.
yeah, so he know what he got to do. Jamaine, he fell short. First time he got a chance. We circling, y'all. He fell short. He fell short. When he got his shot to be a champion, but he didn't fall short where he got stopped or something like that. He just didn't win on the cards. So he also know what it's like, but he don't know what it's like to win. So he's more hungry. I feel like to win the fight. I think Teofimo was more focused on looking good.
Mm. Mm. Talk about the style matchups. I mean, obviously, like keys to victory for both fighters.
Keys to victory for me for Teofimo is to work off his jab. You know what I'm saying? Don't get too greedy too early. Try to slow Jermaine Ortiz up to the body. And go for the bigger shots later on. I would say after the fifth round, start throwing the bigger shots. Don't try to go in there and knock him out too early because I think he prepared for that. But at the same time, if I was Jamaine Ortiz, apply the pressure early behind a good jab. Stay behind the straight shots. Don't try to look for too many hooks and big body shots too early. Same thing. Try to slow him down and try to see if you can get the knockout because you ain't gonna win on the cards.
Mm,
You know what I
mm.
mean?
Yep. Yep. He'll be going the second time around, coming short just because of that alone.
Right,
So you got to do a little bit more. You're saying.
right. Got to. Whenever you coming in B side, you got to do more.
Who you got the edge off of, like the foot speed and hand speed in this fight? Because I think the
I think,
power got to go with Teo, right?
yeah, I think the power would go with Tio, even though he was knocking out smaller guys. Um, I mean, at a lighter weight class, I think the
But we
foot
haven't
speed.
seen Jamaine at this weight right here at 140 yet either.
Yeah, but we can also be fair and say he was a big 135. You know what I mean?
Facts.
He was big for that weight class. But I think it's pretty much even. I think Tio got him on the foot speed, but I think the hand speed could possibly be the same. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? But it's a good matchup, real good matchup.
mm. I like it. I like it. Um, winner and loser of this fight, where do they go? Obviously, Teo, he holds the WBA title. No, the WBO title. Sorry. So I mean, and then Jermaine comes off of a second loss, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Jermaine's the new guy in town. Like, what do these guys go from here? You think?
I mean, whoever wins really hit the lottery. I mean, I'm saying that because they put pressure on the 140-pound division. The
Mm,
problem is, it's a couple lotteries you don't want. I don't think they want that Subriel Matias lottery, and
talk.
then you got the Devin Haney lottery. So, and what's the name? He already matched up with
The
Pitbull Cruz.
Matias, when you say lottery, it doesn't really sound like a lottery.
Yeah, it don't sound like a lottery. It's the hardest lottery to hit right now at 140 pounds.